Hi guys, I'm Linda, and this is No Frills ASMR. Recently, I was playing some blackjack on the channel, and there were a few things I couldn't quite remember because it's been a lot of years since I played. So I was looking at the comments, and Jack from the 25 reminded me that, okay, after a split, you can take more than one card. So let's say you had eights. Okay, let's say you had eights and you split them. Then you can take more than one card. So like this would be a 19. Hey, you might just stand on there, right? 10. So you could take another card, 21. That, by the way, won't count as a blackjack. It's just a 21, which is still a great hand, but you don't get paid a bet and a half like usually blackjack. Okay, but if you have a pair of aces and you split those, you only get one card on each ace. So it's kind of like, ooh, you see, now that is a 21. Again, it doesn't count as a blackjack because it's not, I don't know, ow, sorry, I just hit my leg on my desk. It just counts it. So it's still a great hand, but not a blackjack. You don't get paid 1.5. Okay. And then that, you don't get another card. When you split aces, you only get one card. Okay, so I took a few notes here. All right, so if you split a pair, each is treated as a normal blackjack hand. You can double down after splitting a pair, except splitting aces. Then you get one card only. Some casinos allow resplitting additional pairs. So, yeah, I remember when we used to play at what was called, I think it was called the Las Vegas Club, you could split eights. And if you were to get like another 8, they'd let you split again. And they'd let you double down after a split. And they'd they had all these crazy rules. But you have to look at the table. On it, it will sometimes say, what you can split, like if they have any extra rules. All right, but we're going to play a few hands and just follow this basic. So you split pair. Each is treated as a normal blackjack hand. I'm going to have to refer. I don't know why my brain is like blocked right now. Except aces, where you get one card only. Okay. 21 after a split is not blackjack. Yeah. Jack said that too. Double down. You get one more card. No splitting after a double down. Some tables allow resplitting of cards, especially eights, but you'd have to read. And that is just, at some, they sometimes have different rules. Sometimes they have different blackjack payout rules too. All right, so a split means you can resplit. A double down, you can't split. A split, you get multiple cards. A double down, you get one more card. No split. Okay, so I'm going to have to keep this here because there is something wrong with my memory. Oops. And then I have the basic strategies, which are really just like computer run strategies. And you can look this up. They're all over the place. And this is certainly multi-deck strategy, not single deck. But we're going to play with this because I think I told you guys I'm heading out on a cruise with my sister. And really, I don't play blackjack very often anymore. I used to, but now the table limits are so high, it's just too expensive for my taste, So I don't know if I'll play it all, but this might sound bad to some of you. But my sister and I are going with a goal of making you can earn points on a casino on board a ship, And we're going with the goal of getting enough points to get a free cruise. Blackjack. Yay. And I have this whole method planned out that I'm calling the consortium method, where we will kind of pool our money. We're both going to have the same amount of money. We're going to pool it. So if either of us starts winning or losing, hopefully we can cover each other. Because our goal is to get free cruises that we can go on, but separately, but together. You know what I mean? Like she has her husband, I have my husband. So that's our plan. Now, the way you do that really is slot machines, because they count the points on slots more than table games. But just in case I keep bumping the table, I'm so sorry, bored of slots. All right, so 13 against 7, you're going to take a hit. You got 22. Bust. Blackjack, you get paid your bet plus your bet and a half, if that makes sense. All right, so if you had 2 up, you'll get paid 3. Yeah, that's right. Okay, 6, 8, 15. That's like 24 or something. I don't know. It's a lot. Seems like a lot. Okay, so the dealer on this table, and most, the dealer will stand on 17. So they have to hit up to 16. So they stand on that. So that person, they've already won anyway. Because even if the dealer got 21, Blackjack will beat it. Right. Is that right, Jack? From the 25? I think that's right. If my memory serves. I'm going to put these aside in case anyone's wanting to count cards just for fun. We're not playing that way, really, but... Okay. 18 against a 2. You're going to stand. 20 against a 2. You're going to stand. Some people, I guess there could be logic to doubling down just to get more money on the table, but probably not against a 2. Maybe against a 6. Let's see. I don't think you ever would, really, but I could see it. Now you stand across the board. Okay. So they say ace 9, doesn't matter what the dealer has, you're standing. In ace 8, they show standing, except against a 6, then you'd double down. Double if allowed, otherwise stand. Huh. Okay. All right. That could be fun. We'll have to look for that to happen. Okay. So 6, 7, 8. Oh boy. 18. Oof. Push. You win. Good job. And you lose. So there you go. All right. 10, 10, 10. Whoa. 7, 8, 3, and 13. You know, I didn't check the camera. Can you guys see? I hope so. All right. So 17 against a 3, you just stand. 18 against a 3, you just stand. 13 against a 3, you're still just going to stand because you're hoping they have a 10 underneath and they're going to go bust. Oh boy. 8. 13, they've got to hit it. Oh, 17. So push, you win, you lose. I'll tell you, that same thing's happened, right? Or no, I guess I could have won last time. All right, so if you're counting cards, you'll notice that a lot of 10s came up at first, but then a lot of little cards came up. So where do you think we're at overall? I think we have kind of a 10 heavy deck here right now. I wasn't paying close attention, but I kind of want to check that 13 number. Hold on. Yeah, okay. Oh, now we have a lot of little cards. Oh, insurance. Anyone? Insurance. So because the dealer has an ace, they ask if you want insurance. If you do, you put a bet. I can't remember if it's a half bet or a bet. But anyway, you buy insurance. And you put another bet up. That's what you do. And if she has blackjack, then you are saved. If she doesn't, then she takes the insurance away and makes a little money off you. All right. No blackjack. All right. So now we know she doesn't have a 10 under there. That's a little bit useful. But with this strategy, I guess it doesn't matter. Okay. 13, you're going to hit that. 14, you're going to hit it. 19, perfect. Okay, 5, you're going to hit it. 15, you got to hit it again. 15 against an ace. 25, sorry. 20, you just stand on that. So she has 19, so that's a push and that's a win. I don't think I have enough for another. Let's see, do I? Probably not. We'll just play one hand for anyone, or maybe we can do two. I don't know. Let's do one just to be safe. All right, 19 against a 6. You're just going to stand. I was going to say I could throw another hand up, but All right, 15. Got to hit that. Got it. Oh, 20. Sorry. You lose that one. All right, we're out of cards. Do you want to know what we had left? That's it. That was a pretty evenly shuffled deck, actually. We had a pretty even amount of 10s and small cards. All right, should we force some of these? Let's force some. Split a pair. Okay, let's just force a couple things here. Hold on, sorry. I mean, that's kind of a sucky one, but let's do that. All right. Hold on. I want to put this one up. Okay. Just so we can practice this. All right. So you have 2 3s against a 2. That's not great. But if you were to just take a hit, you'd have a 6 against a 2. Actually, let me double check this. You have 2 3s against a 2. Yes, no. What does that mean? Split only if double after split is offered. Oh, see, there are these different things that can be offered at certain tables. Hey, there's insurance is even money. Don't take. That's what I never take insurance. Split only if double after split is offered. I see. Well, let's pretend like that's offered, okay? Double after split. Because I think generally it is, right? I don't know. Okay. So you're splitting them. So each is treated as a normal blackjack hand, okay? So now you have a 10 against a 2, and you're going to double down. So you have to put, so now you have 2 bets out, and you're putting another bet. Can you see that? Yeah, okay. And then, because you're doubling down, you get 1 card. So you have 15 against a 2. It's not perfect, but hopefully they'll go bust. Okay. 9 against a 2. I think you double. Hard total, 9. No, you just hit it. Okay. And of course, you don't have to do, if you don't want to put more money out, you don't have to do it. That's up to you. All right, so 19, that's good. 20, that's good. You don't, you can't, by the way, I asked the question last time if you could split, they both have 10 value. And I was like, I can't remember. I can't remember because I've never in my life split 10s. It's not a good idea. But you could. You could, but you shouldn't. Okay. 13 against a 2, you just stand. Yep. And then let's see what we have here. 8, 10. Uh-oh. That's not great. 14. Okay, that's better. She has to hit it. 18. Oof. All right. What did we end up with here? Not enough, right? Nope. So that's a loser. This one's a winner. This one's a winner. And this one's a loser. This is why I put that carpet sample down, because it makes it easier for me to pick up the cards. Okay, now let's try a allow resplitting, especially eights. Should we do eights? Let's split some eights. Sorry, I'm going to shuffle through here a little bit because I want to set up some hands. Okay. So, just I want to have some sample hands here. Okay. So you have a 6 up. Now with eights and aces, you always split because a hand of 16 sucks. So you're better off splitting it. It's not that it's great. It's not like aces where it's like, sweet, I might get blackjack. It's just like better than the alternative kind of thing. And you're a lot more likely to get 18, 18. You know what I'm saying? All right. So we've split our eights. And so you get one, or no, you play these like regular blackjack hands. And you were dealt another 8. This table allows you to split after a double down. So you're going to split that again. I mean, to allow, sorry. Allow resplit after a split, especially with 8s. That's what I've written. So some tables will have a special rule that says 8s can be split again. Some will say you can resplit. I don't, you got to look at the rules at the table. It's not even the casino, it's the table sometimes. Okay. 18, perfect. 17, that's okay. 17, that's okay. All right, now we have a 9 against a 6. A hard 9 against a 6, you double down. So you put another bet out there and you get one more card. Oof. That's only 14. That's not perfect. All right, 13 against a 6, you're just going to stand. Yep. Just wanted to double check. All right, we're hoping for a 10, 10, 10, 10. Okay, so now she has to hit this. Can you guys see? Yeah, okay. She has to hit this. Uh-oh, 17, she stands. You win. You push. You push. You lose. You lose. So really only one winner. This game is harder than it looks. Oh my gosh. It's funny with blackjack though, and I know this is totally random or whatever, but sometimes you get on a roll. And yeah, I don't know why. I've had rounds where I'm playing blackjack and I'm just like, got piles of shit, and then you start betting a little more, and you're just sometimes I don't know. Okay. Ooh, insurance. Anyone? Insurance. No blackjack. All right, 19. You're gonna stand. 16. You're gonna hit against an ace. Should we double check just for 16 against an ace hit? Guess what? That's too many. That's 23. All right, 16 against an ace. You're going to hit. Ooh, that's 20. That's great. Okay. 13. 15. She's got to hit that. 16. She's still got to hit that. 18. You win, and you win. Yay. Yay. Finally. Okay. Is there anything else we should be? I don't think so. I don't know if I have enough cards. Let's just do 2 hands because I'm running out of cards. All right. 15 against a 7. You're going to hit. Oh, 25. Too many. 17 against 7. You're going to stand. That's 18. So you lose. Wow. This dealer is raking in the money. Luckily, I'm the dealers. Of course, I'm also player. All right, what's a weird hand? Let's look. is this? I gotta think about this for a minute. Hold on. Let me set up a hand here. I gotta think on that. Where are all the aces? Where have all the aces gone? And then we need a 7. What? Hold on a minute. Where's a 7? I'll just put any random card there. All right, so they're saying if you have a ace, soft total, ace, 7, so 18, you would double if allowed, otherwise stand. So on 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, they say double. And then on 7, oh wait, no, I don't want a 7 here. On 7 and 8, they say stand. But if it's a 9, 10, or ace, then you hit. Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. Because right now you have 18. So you're hoping to better it. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So now you have 15. And now you have too many. Oh, that did not work out very well. Okay, so on 11, if you have a hard 11, you double down on everything. Actually, let's set that up. All right. So if you have that, which is 11, doesn't matter what card it's against, you're going to double down. So you put another bet up and you get 1 card. I'm going to shuffle these real quick because I think I saw them. Actually, let's do this like 3 times. Let's do 3 11s and see how it works out, because this seems awfully precarious. Is that the right word? Yeah. Okay. So not only do we have 3 11s, but they're all hearts. This is a great poker hand. Okay. Yeah, so they're showing no matter what the dealer has, you double. Okay. So each of these have doubled down. They've doubled their bet, and they're getting 1 card. Let's see how this goes. Let me shuffle one more time. I feel like I keep showing my cards. I want to keep it exciting. All right. So 1 card. Okay, that's 16. Not great. Oh, 12. Eeks. All right. And 18. And the dealer, has 16. Has to hit it. Come on, 10, 10, 10. Oh, winner, winner, winner. That worked out pretty good, but it doesn't, right? If he had gotten that, y'all would have lost, right? 10, 11. Well, no, that would have pushed. No, that's a loss too. Yeah, that's a tricky one. Interesting. 11 against 7 and 10 against, you double down against everything except a 10 or an ace. 9, you double down against a 3, 4, 5, 6. See, these are the things that I'm not going to remember. Not that it matters, because you could just hit it. It's fine. It's just putting more money on the table, so you up your winnings, if you win. Yeah. Oh, look at this. If you have not, okay, let's try that. Hold on. Let me do this. Let's see here. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Let's say this happens. All right. You have a pair of 9s. And the dealer has a 9. What's interesting about this is it says with a pair of 9s that you should split. These are splits. Okay. A pair of 9s split against a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5. I feel like the owl on the Tootsie Pop commercial. A 1, a 2, a 3. Okay. Against a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, a 6, but not a 7. But an 8 and a 9. Now am I going to remember that? You see that? A 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not 7, but 8 and 9. You split. Interesting. Okay. So they're saying to split because you'd have 18. I guess that's why. Not a 7 because this is an 18. It would beat a 17. So you just hold with that. But against an 8, it would be 18 against 8. Boy, I don't know if I'd want to split that, but I guess. Okay. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. All right. So you split this against a 9. You get 1 card each. No, you don't. With a split, see my memory, I swear. If I didn't have this written right in front of me. With a split, you treat it as normal blackjack hands. Okay. So that's 13 against a 9. You're going to take another hit. 17. Yeah, 17 against 9. You just stand. That's not super great. Okay, now you have 11 against a 9. So you can double down after a split. Okay, so this you're going to, that's a hard 11, you're going to double down. So you have 1 bet here, you have a bet here, and now you're going to place another bet, so you have a double down, and you get 1 card, and you're open for a 10. Oof, ouch, that's not great. So you have 12. All right, 18, he's going to stand. 19. You lost 2, and they lost. Wow. This is really making me not want to play blackjack. All right. Any other weird things I see here? Let me see. 8s, 7s. Okay, let's try that. And we'll do that. All right. All right, so we have a pair of 7s against a 3. Excuse me. Now, what they say is to split 7s against a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, 6, and 7, but not against an 8, 9, 10, or 11. So we'd split up to 7. Now, this is a 3, so we definitely split. Okay. And then each split gets treated as a normal blackjack hand. 8, 9. Sorry, so what's 9 on 13? Do we double? 9 on yes, they say to double. Okay, so you have a bet here, and now you're putting another bet out on that, and you get 1 card. Sorry. Uh-oh. This has not worked out very well for us. So now you have 16. Okay, on this one, 17, you're just going to stand. Do you guys remember what do you do with 10s? Do you split them? No. The advice is to never split 10s. Because it's a 20, it's a good solid hand. But you will see people at casinos split 10s against a bust card because they just want to get more money on the table, but you don't. That's not good advice, I will say. All right, 13, she's got to take a hit. 23, yay! So you get paid and paid again, and you get paid and they get paid, and they're going, I tried to split. But see, if this person had split, then it would have taken this card and that would have gone there, and they would have hit that again. Or no, they wouldn't because they had a bust. So then this would have been here, 15. They'd had to take 1 more. They'd have gone bust either way. So there you go. People always do that like after the fact. They'll go, I should have done that. But then it would change everything. It's like when a butterfly. Oh, sorry if you saw that. Made a mistake. I got excited. All right. 14 against a 10. You're going to hit 24. Sorry, mate. This is a soft 17 against a 10. A soft 17 against a 10, they say just to hit it. And now if it were against a 7 or an 8, you'd stand. If it were against a 2 through 6, you'd double down. If allowed. Where is it not allowed? I don't know if I've ever seen that. But anyway, you're going to take a hit, but not double down. So now you have 13 against a 10. You're just going to hit that. 10. Oh, that's 20, right? 7, 8, yeah. That's 20. Sorry. I had to take my shoes off and use my toes for that one. All right, 12. I could never be a dealer. I'd be the worst dealer. Although I have to admit, when I used to play a lot, I had these memorized more. Like I could do this. I don't know. It's just been so long. All right. He has to take a hit. That's 20. So push. Push, push, push. And a push just means no money is exchanged either way. All right. We're down to this many cards. We'll just do one more hand. I think I have enough to do 3. If you've been counting, I know that's kind of fun. All right, so we have 9, 15 against a 3. You're just going to stand with that because she's likely to go bust. 20 against a 3. Don't split those. You're just going to stand. A soft 19 against a 3. I think I know what to do. Ace 8 against a 3. Stand. Okay. They show with an ace 8, you'll stand on everything except 6. If she had a 6, you'd double down. But otherwise, stand. Huh, okay. 13, everybody's going 10, 10, 10. Oh, 18. So this hand loses. This hand wins. This hand wins. Good thing you just stayed there. So winner, winner, chicken dinner. Okay. So I very well could be totally wrong about this, so don't listen to me. But I think if you're playing one deck blackjack with, friends or by yourself, just for fun, like I am, I think the easiest way to let me think about this for a second. Okay, let's see how many 10s are in the deck. And aces? No, let's not count aces. Let's just count the 10s. We know how many aces, good grief. But this is why you kind of assume a 10 is under, because all these cards are 10 value. Okay, I think that's all. All right, so this is how many 10s there are in a deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Because you have 4 kings, 4 queens, 4 jacks, and 4 10s. So you have 16. And then here are the rest of your cards. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. 36. So while you're playing, and this is not, I have not been trained, but what I kind of do is you can kind of keep track of how many 10s are coming out. It's like that counts as 0. Wow, that's 1. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. So as long as you kind of like just have a 1 up for every 10 that comes out, you don't really have to pay attention to all the other stuff. 6. And then you know there's 10 in this deck. And we've played, I guess there's a whole system. But that's kind of what my brain does. Oof. So this deck's getting 10 heavy. So now I know, like, okay, we've had quite a few cards come out. And we're only at, 7 10s. No, 8. Sorry, I missed that one. Oof. Yeah. All right. So now I'm going to assume there's going to be a lot of 10s. Wow. Well, we have 2, 8, 9, 10. We're up to 10 10s. I don't know what I'm talking about because now there are only 6 left, right? I mean, I guess that's a lot of sense. So 15, like, it can affect your play, though. If you start to know there's 10 heavy, like if you knew exactly how many were here, then it could really affect your play, right? Well, what do you think? There's only one more 10 in here? Yeah, there's one more 10. I don't know. I don't know how my brain does it, but somehow I usually kind of have a good sense. But it's not often. I mean, you'd never play at a casino with one deck anymore, I don't think. There's this whole system. You like do +1 and -1. I'll have to look it up. It's been a long time. Well, all right, guys. I kind of really doubt I'll play on the cruise ship. Sometimes I sign up for, they have these things called Blackjack tournaments, and they're kind of fun. They have a pool of money, and you just play against the other players, not against the house so much. I think that's right. And it's sort of a different strategy. I actually made a video practicing for that, but you play it a little differently than you would normal blackjack because it's kind of competitive. And last time we were on board, my son, he's an adult, was with us, and he actually won. And it kind of bugged me. I don't think I'm going to do it again because what they did, they sold all the tickets, so you know how many people are in it, and then you play, and then after the 4th game or whatever, they opened it up so people could buy in again. I thought that was kind of messed up because the jackpot amount didn't change. So, like, if you're going to allow that, then it should be a bigger prize. But it didn't change. I don't know. It was a sketch. In my opinion, I was like, wait, what are you doing? Why can they buy back in? So these rich guys who had lost, they bought back in. But still, my son beat him. Did the dealer make a mistake? Yes, she did. But still. But then when you won, it used to be, back when I cruised like 20 years ago, they gave you cash prize. Like, you'd get $325 in cash. But this time they gave him casino chips. And they weren't chips you were able to cash in. You had to play through the chips. Come on. So I didn't really I mean, it was still fun. It was really fun. We had a great time, especially because he won and we were all like rooting him on. But I didn't really love that. And the funny thing is the guys, and they were at the casino every night, these guys, and their wives, and they were all dressed to the nines with jewels, and you could tell they had some money. They were definitely betting big at the casino. But we were at the airport on the way out of town, and it was funny because the men from that group, they didn't speak English. I don't know what language. For some reason, I feel like they spoke Portuguese. But anyway, they came up to my son. They're like, hey. It was really cute. Funny. Not cute. It was funny. It was cute to me. But they were all kind of talking to him and razzing him and stuff. They're like, you took all our money. I'm sure he did not. The casino took all their money. Anyway, all right, guys. I will talk to you soon. Look at that. After all that shuffling. And hold on. After all that shuffling, look at all these clubs in a row. Spade. Okay, I thought they were all clubs. That was kind of weird. All right. Count up my cards. What if there aren't 52? You'll be like, Lynn,